Hiya. So my name's Amber, and I've been learning Arabic with EQLL, which is the language learning system that Nabil has created, and I've been doing it for 10 lessons. And I'm not new to languages. I really like languages, which is the reason why I was really interested in learning Arabic this way. I've been learning Irish, the Irish language, for the last 27 years. I'm still doing classes. I do classes in Leeds regularly, and I did it almost every day when I was in primary and secondary school. And I still can't string a sentence together. I think the language was always taught in school as something not to understand and not to be questioned, but something to be repeated and regurgitated back out into the classroom, and it didn't really ever fit with me. It never helped me learn any deeper than having to repeat it in an exam. And after school, I went on to learn Spanish in university for 4 years, and it was taught a little bit better than it was in primary school as a language, as a kind of a way of teaching a language, but it still didn't stick with me very well. The way it was taught didn't fit with how my brain wanted to learn a language. And so when I started learning Arabic with EQLL, it just matched how my brain understands language learning. Each lesson starts off with you're hearing sounds and you're just repeating it back. And I'm quite an audio person anyway. I really like music, and I like listening to the sounds of words. So I could listen to it, goes in on that level, and then there's this real relaxed way of learning maybe what the words mean, but it's all about my brain interpreting what it means. So you hear it, you kind of see visuals attached to the sound you've just heard, which turns into a word, which makes a bit more sense. And there wasn't ever a direct translation that you had to match up, which felt like probably how I'd learnt English as a child growing up, which was you'd soak it in from your environment, from the world, and you match it to your understanding of what that is, and it usually turns out to be right because that's what our brains do. But instead of someone else giving you a translation, you having to learn that in that part of your brain, it goes into the kind of deeper part where I think language sticks. So I found myself recently, after a few weeks of a break over Christmas when I went home, I didn't have a lesson for a while with Nabil's system. But I still was walking around this small little Irish village repeating these Arabic sentences to myself, which I don't think I could have done in Gaelic, in the Irish language, and I don't think I would have been doing so unconsciously in Spanish, even though I'd spent quite a lot of time learning it. So yeah, it really works for me, and I'd recommend anyone to kind of try it out, especially if you don't think that you're kind of academic enough to learn a language, because it's a different kind of system, and it works, I think, in a better way for your brain.